And it's time now for business with Nona Peltier, who joins us in the studio. Hi, Nona. Fonterra reported its half-year results today. So how are they looking?
Actually, quite good. They had a good result. Strong first half, $501 million. That was comparing with a $72 million net profit the year earlier. So that's a big improvement. And their revenue was also up 7%. So that's a good result for their first half. That really didn't show much of the impact of the COVID-19 virus on their business in China. So I spoke with their chief executive. He said that the first couple months of this financial year, so February and now part of March, showed that there had been some impact, but things are definitely improving there in terms of the movement of products and so on. He said health products and food products have been quicker to move, so that's a good sign for Fonterra. And they're maintaining their their farm gate milk price for this season. And their expectation is that they're going to be able to deliver on their earlier guidance. So from the point of view of Fonterra, pretty good result. They laid off 200 people in the first half of this year as they restructured because, as we know, recent history, terrible results. But he said that that's it for now. There's not going to be any more restructuring. They're in a position now where they see themselves going forward. They're looking to sell their China Farms business in China, as well as a business that they have a stake in Brazil. And they wrote down the value of those assets quite substantially. And so they're looking to pay down their debt. They've paid down quite a lot of it already. They're committed to paying down even more. So pretty good result. And certainly that was reflected in the result. The result in the share price rose 4.4% today. That was where it ended. So that's a pretty good result for Fonterra.
Okay, so a bunch of other companies have updated the market today. What are we hearing from them? Okay.
It's a bit of a sigh. Yeah, look, it was the updates that we received were not necessarily all bad, but the ones that we got that weren't good were really poor. Like SkyCity basically said that they were removing any idea of a guidance, that they're expecting that if the domestic foot traffic keeps up, they're going to be all right, because I think you spoke with them yesterday, and they said they were reorganizing their casino so that there would be,
social distancing is what we call it,
social distancing, that's what we're calling it. Yes, that's right.
Pokie machines.
So they thought that they might be okay, but they're certainly not overly confident about that. And interestingly, declined to comment, to talk to us, to provide an interview to answer any questions.
Right. But they're chucking out their guidance. Okay.
But they're not the only ones. Kathmandu, also the same story. They've dumped their guidance. They're saying no. Their foot traffic is also down. And that's both in New Zealand and in Australia.
Well, that's interesting too, because that's a company associated with trips and tourism. It's the gear when you want to hike up a mountain and you go off and do the trip of a lifetime. And obviously, people aren't.
Heartland Bank, it's expecting their lending will remain strong, and they're quite comfortable with where they're at. One of the ones that was really interesting today was Sky Television. We've been watching them for a while. They're definitely reviewing their position. They've also said that their guidance is off the table, and they're now looking at what they can do in terms of exercising their rights that they hold for their broadcasting rights.
Yeah, because the context here, Nona, is there is hardly any sport that is able to be broadcast in so many competitions.
Right.
Are gone. NBA off for the season, next level down.
Yeah,
gone as well, college basketball.
It was interesting the way that they worded their report to the market, and again, declined to be interviewed. So they basically said that they are working to recover some costs associated with sports content rights.
So they want refunds from people, maybe.
That force majeure that we talked about this morning in our business program. So who knows what's going to happen with that. In the meantime, though, they say that they're going through their extensive library of sport content. And who knows, we may be watching reruns of our greatest moments. I don't know. Exactly.
In sporting history.
Those moments.
Okay, well, there might be a lot of bored people at home that need something to watch.
Look, that's just some of the highlights. But look, it's not an extensive list of all the things that we heard today. It was widespread updates from all sectors of the economy, as you might expect. And, look, a lot of companies are doing it tough. And as the Minister of Finance said, some might, just go to the wall, no matter how much support they get.
So how did we finish up on the markets?
We started out really strongly. We were picking up where Wall Street left off, and we rose to about 6% today. It looked really good.
Yep.
And then Australia opened, and things all went south after that, and we ended up just 0.2%, just 20 points to 9,455. When I looked around 5 o'clock, Australia was down 6.6%. And Australia's doing it really tough. And they dragged the Kiwi down with it this morning. Overnight, I was just looking at some of these numbers. The Australian dollar hit a 17-year low of 59.58 against the U.S. That's 59 cents U.S., right? And so that dragged the Kiwi down with it. We fell, I think, to, what did we go to? 59.19, and we're right at the moment we're at 59.60. So, and I don't know what to say about that, but exporters certainly will be happy because that helps their
bottom lines.
Yes,
yep.
And because we know that China is opening up again, that's good news. If there is a bit of good news in the market today, that might be it.
And don't forget our little friends, the pound. What have you got for us there?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, wait. 99 Australian is where we're at.
Okay.
We're not at the parity party yet, but, 49.1 British pence. And, those were the numbers today.
Thanks, Nona. Nona Pelletier with another busy day in business.